Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Bite all my stress. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Check it out. Yo. Feel the rhythm of the bass mark. Man up. Feel the rhythm of the bass mark.
We'll be going over defensive fundamentals on how to stop the run. All right. I know a lot of people have a hard time stopping the run, and it's not because the game is broken. It's because they don't know the fundamentals behind stopping the run, the defensive fundamentals. So we're gonna go over defensive fundamentals. And before I start, let me say this: it's very, very important to pay attention to every single thing your opponent is doing, all right? To be able to stop anything, all right? So let's get started. So the most important thing, so we're gonna use 4-3. The most important thing in stopping anything, any type of offense, is paying attention to your opponent, all right? So, detail, detail, detail. All right. So if we know our opponent is coming out in, let's say, gun ace. Okay. So if Madden is telling us that our opponent is coming out in gun ace, right? Madden's telling us that our opponent's personnel is 2 tight ends and 2 wide receivers and running back. That's some very important information. To know that my opponent's coming out with 2 wide receivers and 2 tight ends and 1 running back, because I need to match my opponent's personnel to be able to stop him. All right. So if I know he's coming out with 2 wide receivers and 2 tight ends, I don't want to come out no dollar or no quarters defense or a big dime. All right. I don't want to come out in that, especially not on the first down, all right? Because it doesn't make sense. And then when I can't stop the defense, I can't say that something's wrong with the game. Pay attention to details. Madden is telling me that my opponent's coming out and 2 wide receivers, 2 tight ends, and 1 running back. So now I know that, all right? So now I call it a 4-3, all right? Now I don't like the way that my defensive line is looking against his offensive line, all right? So I'm gonna try the 4-3 normal. So now I like what my offensive line and this defensive line, how my defensive line is looking against his offensive line. So I was able to stop the run. And I'm gonna show you what I mean by that, all right? So right here, I'm in 4-3 under, right? So now I look at my this guy right here. I look at the safety right here. I don't want my safety way over here at the tight end. I don't want him right over there, right? So that's not going to work for me, all right? So, and I know that these guys is probably going to be stronger than this guy, all right? And I want him to be able to stop the pass. There's no formation called run formation. I don't know if my opponent's going to run or not, because you can pass in any formation. So you don't know what your opponent's going to do. So you got to be prepared for every situation. All right. So I call 4-3 normal. This looks good for me because I look at my defensive line. My right linebacker is matching these 2 guys here. I got my DT. He's matching. He's exactly where he's supposed to be at. All right. Now you also got to think about math, all right? Math plays a big part in stopping the run, all right? The reason why is right here, I got Nick Bosa, right? But if these 2 guys, and one of these 2 guys are a lot stronger, and they're really, really, really stronger against my DT or Nick Bosa, then, and they're blocking, well, Elliott's going to, and I'm in the wrong defense, Elliott's going to be able to get a lot of yardage. And the reason why is because I don't have strength, all right? So, let me pause it. Strength is very, very important. I weigh about 220 pounds. If I was going against Shaquille O'Neal and Shaquille O'Neal's blocking for Ezekiel Elliott, it's nothing that I can do. I don't even have the weight. All right. Yeah, I might have the speed, but I don't have no weight. All right. So if I don't have if I got the speed and I don't have the weight, and his blocker is going to block for me, and he's going to push me out the way. So, the reason I'm telling you this because you got to have. It's very important to have the right personnel in the game to try to stop the run. If you don't have the right personnel in your lineup, you're not going to be able to stop the run. So math plays a big part. And even though you have the right personnel in the game, but his offensive line, his guys is a lot stronger than your guys. All right? So strength plays a big part. All right? And then you have finesse moves, right? Now, I might be a little strong, but I can move. I'm in shape. I got finesse move. I have quickness, you know? So that plays a, you know, so maybe he has Shaquille O'Neal, but I'm able to juke him out. I'm able to juke him out, spin around, and boom, get to the quarterback. I can do all that good stuff, right? But when it comes to blocking, the person that's blocking is all about strength. His offensive line that is stronger than stronger than my defensive line. Maybe they just have finesse moves. It's going to be very hard to stop the run because you're getting pushed by a 300-pound dude, all right? And the person is strong. It's all about math. So if you, for example, let's say you have the Pittsburgh Steelers and they have a lot of linebackers, all right? They got great finesse moves, but they don't have strength, all right? And you have a great offensive line like the Dallas Cowboys. Your Dallas Cowboys offensive line is going to outbeat the Pittsburgh Steelers because if you put in linebackers and they're true linebackers, they don't have the strength. So it's all about strength. A lot of people try to go after the QB. That's not important if you're trying to stop the run. Okay, that's great if you're trying to make the quarterback do inaccurate passes, right? But if you're trying to stop the run, you're not going to do that by putting fast linebackers in your defensive line. You need strength, especially when you're playing against another team that has great strength. All right, that's this math. All right. So matching up. All right. So I don't like this look. I go with the 4-3 normal. The reason why, my linebackers are in place just in case there's a pass. Everybody's playing their part, their position, right? And then we'll see what happens. And ability is not, in the game of football, it's not about trying to stop every single play. It's about stopping your opponent from getting a touchdown. Stop your opponent from scoring. Not stopping your opponent from getting no yards at all. Stop your opponent from getting a touchdown. All right? So, another important part of stopping the run is paying attention to detail. All right? So, we'll say Madden is telling me that my opponent's coming out with 3 receivers, 1 tight end, and 1 running back. So Madden's telling me my opponent's coming out 3 receivers, 1 tight end, and 1 running back. So I got that. All right. So now I take a look. I see 3 receivers on the left-hand side. I see my running backs on the right-hand side. Okay. So now I know I'm going to be in an under formation. All right. So what I'm going to play is that he's playing a type of it's more defenders on the weak hand side. So that's why I know I'm going to play 4-3 under. So I'm playing 4-3 under because there's 3 receivers more receivers on the left hand side than on the right hand side. But my halfback is on the right hand side, so he's playing the strong side. So this is how I know that I have to come out in the 4-3 under. Okay. So 4-3 under. I'm using cover 3 match. And the reason why I'm using cover 3, I know it's 4-3 under, is because I have more receivers on the weak hand side. So you have 3 receivers and they play on the weak hand side, and then I have a halfback and a tight end. The tight end's playing flex. Because this tight end is playing flex, I automatically know that I need to be in some type of match or cover 4 palms. I want to be with some type of zone that plays half man, half zone. So, and here, I was able to stop him. He only got maybe 3 yards. All right. So, because I see this tight end right here, over there, number 82, he's by himself. He's off. He's not playing with the offensive line. He's playing off the offensive line. So he's playing a flex, like a flex receiver. He's flexing, and flex means that he's movable, he's changeable. So he's changeable. So that's how you know. You look at the formation, see how it's lined up, and you look at the weak side and the strong side. So if it was the strong side, then I'm an audible to 4-3 over. All right. So if the wide receivers was 3, like if it becomes like a gun tray open, and they on the right hand side on the right hand side, 3 receivers on the right hand side, on the opposite side, then I change over to a 4-3 over. And let's do that so you guys can understand what I'm saying. All right, so once again, Dallas don't have I have a tray open. All right, once again, pay attention to detail. Madden's telling me that my opponent's coming out with 3 receivers, 1 tight end, and 1 running back. All right, so this time the receivers is on the right-hand side. All right, it's more receivers on the strong side. My halfback is playing on the weak side. So that tells me that I need to be in a 4-3 over. All right, 4-3 over. Now I can use a 4-3 over, but you might, if you have 4-3 over plus, you want to use this one. And it's what you want to do right here is called 4-3 over cover 3 sky weak. Right. The reason why is because you got my halfback is playing on the weak side. All right, because he's playing on the weak side. The 4-3 over plus is playing on the strong side, but it's paying attention that I have a halfback on the weak hand side. So I call cover 3 sky weak, but it's a 4-3 over plus. All right. So if you see the way, my defensive line is lined up with there, everything matches to stop the run. Everything is counted for. All right. So if I didn't want to use the 4-3 over, which I can, okay? But I understand that I have a halfback that's playing on the weak side. He's running from the weak side to the strong side. So because he's running from the weak side to the strong side, I'm going to call cover 3 sky weak. But the formation is 4-3 over plus. They're playing to the over side. They're playing to the strong side. But my halfback is playing to the weak side, running to the strong side. So we'll see what happens. See, I was able to stop the run. So let's do it one more time. Look at a halfback. The halfback is playing towards playing on the weak side. But the formation, you get more receivers on the strong side, 3 receivers on the right-hand side. They play to the strong side. So we'll call 4-3 over plus, cover 3 sky weak. Everybody's matching. Like I said, I don't know what he's going to do, but I know I'm in the right formation to be able to stop the run. So this is how you stop the run, by paying attention to details. Madden's telling you what your opponent's personnel is coming out in. You know the personnel of your opponent. So pay attention to the personnel of your opponent. When they come out, Look at the halfback. Look how many receivers is on each side. Is it an even set? Is there more receivers on the weak side? Is there more receivers on the strong side? All that is very, very important to stop the run and calling the right defense. And this is how you play the game of football. I'm TK, and thank you for watching TK Madden Football Geometry.